Hey everybody, Kit here for another episode of Queer Questions. Before we start the episode, I would like to send a lot of love and gratitude to those who reached out to me the other day, as I did post a Facebook Live video of me crying on the side of the street, clearly very upset and venting about my recent mental health issues, as I have not felt 100% recently. So I really appreciate all the love and warmth that I've felt from you guys. So thank you so much for that. The question that I had today actually ties in a little bit to why I was feeling so frustrated recently. In my video yesterday, I briefly talked about how I personally feel that my queerness and my mental health can be correlated at times. Although they're separate aspects of my life. I think that sometimes my at least my frustrations with my queerness can bring up a lot of triggering emotions for me, and I've had a lot of in-depth conversations about a particular topic that I would enjoy to be our question for today, and that would be, what is your opinion on the word cis? So, my personal conversations around it were with people who are cis but don't identify with the word and find it to be derogatory. I had conversations with people who do identify with cis and don't find it be derogatory. And I had conversations with many other queer people about, what their opinion on the word would be. Personally, I think that it's really important that we focus on the intention behind the word. For example, my first episode in this series was talking about what LGBTQ word you have personally reclaimed, and I use queer all the time to explain myself. So this is a word that I reclaimed. However, originally it was an offensive word that the gay movement was trying to abolish and was asking people not to call them queer because they found the word to be offensive. So there is this understanding on my side of wanting to respect what people's wishes are. So if someone tells me that they don't want to be called this word, I want to respect that. I do wish for people to respect my own requests in return, which is that I'm a non-binary, gender-fluid individual, and I use they, them pronouns. Do I think that progress and change happens overnight? No, I think that it does take time. However, it's, again, really important to make sure that we're looking at each other as individuals that are trying to understand one another and for the most part, at least from my experiences, are trying to do this in a positive manner. When I do use the word cis, I never mean it in an offensive way, and I'm never trying to put anybody down by it. I find it to just be a factual word that explains somebody's identity, which is that they identify with the gender that they are born with. That is not me. I do not identify with the gender that I am born with. I identify as neutral. So I wouldn't personally identify as cis. However, I have people in my life that embody what cis means. Although to the argument of it being offensive, if you've personally only heard it been used in an offensive way and you've been attacked with that word, then I can understand why you have a unpositive connection with it. I still struggle with the word faggot at times. I have been called faggot throughout my high school years and have still heard it been used in a malicious manner, so it's not necessarily my favorite word. And if I ask somebody, please don't use that word, I would wish that that person, respected my request. And if someone's asking me, to do the same, I would think that I would do the same. I would respect somebody's wishes. All I ask in return is that we use my proper pronouns. So I use they, them pronouns. It's just that using the other pronouns, are kind of uncomfortable with me. Just the same way that if you do not want to be called a particular word and it makes you uncomfortable, it's a very, very similar feeling. So just trying to put it into perspective that way. But if you guys would like to join the conversation today about that particular word, if you have an opinion about the word cis, or if you would like to shed more light on it being an offensive word or not, then comment below or make your own video response. But for now, that is all. Bye, everybody.